projects we're finishing up?
Not sure I can answer all those questions, Dr. Wood, but on the maintenance side, we use our portion of the money to replace air conditioners, roofs, flooring, do all kinds of life cycle replacement costs. I believe Mr. Ville has a big portion of that too, which he replaces old technology, implements new technology, and that sort of thing.
John, you got anything from the back?
Well, I just want to clarify that we're not starting anything new for anyone out there that doesn't realize what's going on. We're finishing projects that we've started, correct? And we're not embarking on any new construction project that the public is not already aware of. Might be maintenance, it might be technology, but it's not breaking ground on some new something.
That is correct. That is correct, Ms. Fulton. Almost $9.5 million on maintenance improvements, a little over $7 million on technology upgrades, and then just finishing projects from that have started.
All right, I need a motion, Ms. Fulton.
Yes, Ms. Kyer, I would love to make this motion.
I'm sorry. We can, as soon as we make the motion, you can ask any other questions.
I move that the district's unlimited tax school building bond series 2011 be awarded to Piper Jaffray, and that the order authorizing the issuance of bonds be adopted as presented.
Okay, that's a motion, Ms. Fulton. I need a second, Ms. Gregg. Okay, questions? Ms. Latham.
It's not a question, it's an agreement that I have with my company. I need to recuse myself from the vote because Citibank was involved in the bidding.
There you go. Okay, no, it's okay. Any other questions for Mr. Martin while he's standing there?
Yes, Mr. Martin, how much did we save by being able to do permanent school funds? Somebody before we had to buy insurance.
Well, we haven't had to buy insurance, Mr. Ferguson, for a few years. Once we got upgraded to the AA+,
Okay.
that alleviated that need. So we've saved a ton of money since we got that bump. The difference between AA+ and the permanent school fund guarantee is probably worth about 0.05%, something like that. Certainly no more than that, I don't think. But it's
Good to have.
when you compound that on $50 million, it's a lot of money.
Good money.
And we're about 100 basis points below the
Yeah,
Dow
below
Jones
the,
average.
below
you
the
guys.
BPI, yeah, the bond buyer index. So yeah, you're well through the national average. It was a great sale.
Okay. Anybody else? Seeing none? All in favor? That is everyone except for Ms. Latham, who's abstaining. Very much. Monthly investment report.
Board members, and I'll ask Becky, I'd like for you to give us some really good news about how the interest rates are way up, but tell us the truth.
Well, no good news. We had invested $262 million, and we earned $45,461 in interest for the month.
That was for the month?
Earnings through December.
You gotta take this money to the track.
I don't think we should do that without consulting legal counsel.
I'm just kidding.
We're going to check your briefcase on February 28th.
Also, I'd like to point out that Ms. Buck has already exceeded Mr. King's words for the whole year budget, so.
Used to be that we'd say it was over $2 million or something like that. Now we're adding the $61 into it, so how sad is that? 35 cents. We need that cents. Okay, I need a motion, please. Motion, Mr. Ferguson. Second, Mrs. Fulton. Okay, any questions? Seeing it, all in favor? That is unanimous, Ms. Carter. We move on to the consent agenda. Does anybody have anything on here they would like to pull? Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we have Ms. Fulton read it? We'll have Ms. Fulton read it into the minutes, and then we will move on to any questions. Ms. Fulton.
I was looking for whoever did the update or the history of the Colony High School. I want to thank you for that. It was really nice. I can't find it now, but I did read it, so thank you.
Okay, Ms. Fulton.
I move the adoption of the consent agenda as follows. Board Superintendent, item 1, consider approval of minutes for the following meetings. Letter A, regular monthly meeting December 13th, 2010. Letter B, special meeting January 18th, 2011. Purchasing, item 1, consider approval of the following bids, quotes, proposals, and/or renewals. Letter A, CSP number 1826-06, Administrative Software, IFAS. Letter B, CSP number 1915-07, Electrical Lamps and Supplies. Letter C, CSP number 1932-08, Alarm and Security System Parts and Supplies. Letter D, CSP number 2014-09, Locker Repairs Parts. Letter E, CSP number 2017-09, Uniforms, Facility Services, and Child Nutrition. Letter F, CSP number 2021-09, Student Notebooks. Letter G, CSP number 2126-10, Landscape Maintenance and Mowing Services. Letter H, renewal of Carnegie Learning Garland ISD bid number 397. Letter I, renewal of Dell Printers DIR-SDD-890. Letter J, Financial Advisor. Letter K, Nook e-readers, Frisco ISD RFP number 405-0510, General Goods and Services. Letter L, Teachscape, Professional Development and Online Program Manager, Frisco ISD RFP number 405-0809.
I have a motion, Ms. Fulton. I need a second, Mr. Ferguson. Okay, discussion on any of these items here?
I had a question about item G, H, I, and K.
Okay. G, CSP, Landscape Maintenance and Mowing Services.
My question is, are these local companies? I've never heard of American Landscape or Greener Pastures.
Yes, ma'am, they are.
Thanks.
Okay.
I see our tax dollars keep going around. I know.
Renewal.
You have to broaden your experience with local.
I guess so. I need to get out more on the landscape front. Item H, the Carnegie Learning, my question was, is this $165,000 for the 5 years, or is that $165,000 per year for 5 years? It's for all 5 years.
Yes,
Thank you. What is the expected expense on the Dell computers Dell printers for 2011 on item I? I saw what it was for 2010.
Right, and we get these figures from our history of what we,
I can hear you.
we get these figures from the history of what we've done in the past, what we've seen in the past. We anticipate that the expenditure, hopefully it'll be less than this, but we anticipate that it's going to be somewhat the
In
same.
the neighborhood of 300,000?
Yes, ma'am.
And we're replacing old printers, or we're replacing printers that are broke?
Both. I mean, it's replacement of older printers, it's bringing in new printers if we need them. Of course, our idea is that we're going to go paperless someday, so hopefully that our printing
like that
costs will go
idea.
down. Yeah. So
What
we're
about
looking for-
networking printers?
These are mainly network printers go on the network.
And the last question I had is, what was the expected expense in 2011 for the Nooks readers?
That's a difficult one for us to give you a figure on. We anticipate that it will be over $20,000. What happens is the libraries are beginning to use these types of devices, as readers, and we anticipate that a number of the schools' libraries will decide that they want to purchase these devices for their libraries. At this point, we do not know who is going to do that, but we strongly feel like it'll be over $20,000, so we want to alert the board to that prospect.
Do we have a cap that we tell
Yeah,
librarians you can only order X amount?
Well, it'll be subject to each school's budget. They'll have to stay under their budgeted numbers. And when they place an order, it always comes through my office so that we can check to make sure that it falls within the proper guidelines and within their budgets.
So it comes out of the library's technology budget?
Yes.
Okay.
The school's budget, yes. Yes, this is mainly for the schools making decisions on, each campus making decisions on buying these readers for their libraries.
Okay, thanks.
And those stay in the library?
Yes,
Physically
that's,
stay.
yes, and the kids will check them out and read. Principals, of course, with the library, will decide exactly how they're going to utilize those, but they will stay in the school and be checked out through the library in most cases.
That's great. Anybody have any other questions on the consent agenda? Okay, C. In the past few months, I guess we haven't bothered to ask Airmark any questions. All the way in the back there, Mr. Herman. Thank you for feeding our children. Must be school board, just some kind of a cafeteria appreciation month or something like that, you know? But anyways, we have a motion and a second on the consent agenda. Seeing no other questions, all in favor? That's unanimous, Ms. Carter. And I believe we are adjourned. Look at that, before 9 o'clock. Hot diggity.